Welcome, comedy fans. Get ready to check into the most hilariously chaotic hotel on television, Fawlty Towers. This British gem, which first aired in 1975, brought us the legendary irritable Basil Fawlty, his sharp-tongued wife Sybil, and the endlessly confused Manuel. It's been decades since its chaotic brilliance, and today, we're revealing where the iconic cast is now. From John Cleese to Prinella Scales, who has changed the most since this timeless sitcom graced our screens? If you love classic comedy, smash that like button, subscribe for more nostalgic content, and share this video with a fellow fan. Get ready for a side-splitting transformation rewind. Basil Fawlty, the irritable and neurotic hotel manager, was brought to life by John Cleese. John Cleese was 36 in 1975, instantly recognizable for his explosive temper, sarcastic wit, and hilariously futile attempts to maintain order amidst chaos, like battling a misbehaving moose head or trying to hide a corpse. As of 2025, the legendary John Cleese is 85 years old and continues to be an incredibly vibrant and active force in the comedy world, dedicating his time to writing, distinctive voice work, and memorable stage appearances across the globe, showcasing an enduring spirit that defies his age and continues to entertain millions. Cleese's portrayal of Basil Fawlty is a masterclass in physical comedy and character development, solidifying his status as a British comedic genius whose influence, alongside his Monty Python work, continues to inspire generations. Sybil Fawlty, the sharp-tongued co-owner, was flawlessly portrayed by Prunella Scales. Scales was 43 in 1975. Her piercing voice, domineering attitude, and effortlessly controlling gaze over Basil creating some of the show's most iconic and hilariously cutting moments. As of 2025, Prinella Scales is 93 years old. Sadly, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease some years ago, which led her to gracefully step back from her celebrated acting career, and she now lives a quiet life in retirement, receiving loving support from her family. Scales' indelible mark as Sybil showcases her impeccable comedic timing and subtle depth, cementing her as a powerful female comedic presence and a key reason Fawlty Towers remains a timeless sitcom classic. Manuel, the lovable, perpetually confused Spanish waiter, was brought to life with incredible charm by the late Andrew Sachs. Andrew Sachs was 45 in 1975, creating brilliant comedic misunderstandings with his broken English and excitable nature, often bearing the brutal brunt of Basil's famous outbursts like "Don't mention the war." Andrew Sachs tragically passed away from vascular dementia on November 23, 2016, at the age of 86, a significant loss to the comedy world and to fans who adored his unique ability to find humor in innocence and chaos. Sachs' portrayal of Manuel is a testament to his unique ability to evoke humor through a character's earnestness, making him a beloved figure whose antics are still widely celebrated in sitcom history. Polly Sherman, the sensible and resourceful voice of reason, was flawlessly portrayed by Connie Booth. Booth was 35 in 1975, tirelessly cleaning up Basil's messes with her quick wit, artistic flair, and calm problem-solving amidst the hotel's swirling absurdity, always the grounded anchor. As of 2025, Connie Booth is 84 years old and has gracefully retired from acting, having successfully transitioned into a completely new and fulfilling career as a respected psychotherapist in London, a testament to her intelligence and adaptability. Booth's contribution extends far beyond her on-screen brilliance. As co-writer of the series with John Cleese, she left a legacy of smart, sharp comedy admired for its intricate plotting and intelligent character development. Major Gwyn, the eccentric and wonderfully confused retired military officer, was brought to life by the late Ballard Berkeley. Ballard Berkeley was 71 in 1975, making his mark with rambling war stories, comical misunderstandings, and a charming wide-eyed confusion about the chaotic world around him that added a unique nostalgic flavor. Ballard Berkeley passed away on January 16, 1988, at the age of 83, due to undisclosed causes, a quiet departure for an actor whose subtle humor had left a truly memorable mark on British television audiences. Berkeley's portrayal of Major Gwyn is a classic example of creating a beloved comedic gem with limited screen time, relying on subtle mannerisms that cemented his character's iconic status within the ensemble dynamic of Fawlty Towers. Terry, the laid-back and sarcastic chef, was portrayed by the late Brian Hall, who was 42 years old when he took on the role in 1979. Terry's dry wit and gruff demeanor, especially during his frequent hilarious clashes with Basil over the chaotic kitchen, provided a grounded sense of realism and humor amidst the hotel's madness. Brian Hall passed away from cancer on September 17, 1997, at the young age of 59, a poignant and premature end to a talented life, leaving behind a beloved performance in this iconic sitcom that fans still fondly remember. Hall's authentic portrayal added depth and authenticity to the supporting cast, solidifying Terry's place as a memorable character who provided essential contrast and comedic relief in this classic British comedy. Alice, a cheerful and good-natured guest who brightened the screen briefly in Fawlty Towers, was portrayed by the late Una Stubs, who was 42 years old when she took on this role in 1979. Though limited, Alice's warmth and sincerity provided a striking contrast to the hotel's usual chaos and eccentricity, offering a brief moment of normalcy and charm. Una Stubs passed away from undisclosed causes on August 12, 2021, at the age of 84, a sad day for many fans who had followed her long and successful career across various beloved British productions. Stubbs' expressive charm and versatility created a beloved character, further contributing to her extensive legacy in British television, stage and film, including her widely recognized role as Mrs. Hudson in Sherlock. Kurt, the eccentric and hilariously emotional chef who caused absolute mayhem in the Gourmet Night episode, was portrayed by the late Steve Plight, who was 62 years old when he took on this role in 1975. Kurt's drunken outburst and misguided romantic interest in Manuel perfectly derailed the prestigious dinner, capturing the show's absurd and chaotic spirit with unforgettable flair. Steve Plight passed away from natural causes on December 27, 1994, at the age of 81, marking the end of a career where he notably excelled at portraying a variety of European characters in British film and TV. Plight's performance was a masterclass in chaotic comedy, ensuring Kurt remains a memorable, albeit short-lived, character who significantly contributed to one of Fawlty Towers' most iconic and memorably disastrous episodes. Mr. Johnston, a demanding and short-tempered guest who often added to Basil Fawlty's mounting stress, was portrayed by the late Terren Connelly, who was 56 years old when he first appeared in 1975. Mr. Johnston's impatience and irritation with the disorganized hotel service brought a necessary sense of realism and sharp contrast to the surrounding absurdity. Terren Connelly passed away from natural causes on April 7, 2016, at the impressive age of 96, concluding a long and varied career that saw him make significant contributions to British television and theatre. Connelly's strong screen presence and no-nonsense demeanor left a lasting impression, making Mr. Johnston a memorable character whose frustrated reactions highlighted Basil's spiraling incompetence and the show's brilliant farcical elements. Mr. Hutchinson, the overly talkative and exasperating spoon salesman for the Hotel Inspectors episode, was played by the late Bernard Cribbins, who was 47 years old when he took on this role in 1975. Mr. Hutchinson's endless chatter, mistaken identity, and maddening enthusiasm quickly pushed Basil to the brink, creating one of the show's most memorable and hilariously frustrating encounters. Bernard Cribbins passed away from natural causes on July 27, 2022, at the age of 93, leaving behind a profound sense of loss for his many fans who cherished his long and beloved career in British entertainment. Cribbins' impeccable comic timing and unique ability to portray an infuriating yet harmless guest made him an iconic figure in British comedy, with his legacy extending far beyond Fawlty Towers to include cherished roles in Doctor Who and The Wombles. Lord Melbury, the charming yet fraudulent aristocrat in the pilot episode, A Touch of Class, was portrayed by the late Michael Gwyn, who was 59 years old when he took on this role in 1975. Lord Melbury initially impressed Basil with his refined manner and noble title, only to be hilariously revealed as a cunning conman, expertly setting the comedic tone for the entire series. Michael Gwyn passed away from a heart attack on January 29, 1976, at the age of 59, tragically cutting short a promising character acting career shortly after the episode aired. A seasoned character actor in British film and theatre, Gwyn's performance expertly balanced elegance with sly deception, leaving a touch of sophistication that made his character a memorable and impactful part of the show's debut. Andre, the friendly and professional maitre d' from the nearby Gourmet Night restaurant, was portrayed by the late Andre Maran, who was 49 years old when he took on the role in 1975. Andre's calm, courteous demeanor and clear competence often served as a stark contrast to Fawlty Towers' chaotic environment, consistently highlighting Basil's spiraling desperation. André Maran passed away from natural causes on April 12, 2021, at the venerable age of 94, after a remarkably long and respected acting career that spanned many decades. Maran's portrayal brought an essential touch of elegance and charm, and his composed presence in the classic Gourmet Night episode underscored the show's genius in creating hilarious situations through character contrasts. Dr. Price, the gruff and impatient hotel guest in the episode The Kipper and the Corpse, was masterfully played by the late Geoffrey Palmer, who was 52 years old when he took on this role in 1979. Dr. Price became increasingly irritated with the hotel's incompetence, particularly over his breakfast kippers, adding perfectly to the show's escalating farce with his signature dry delivery. Geoffrey Palmer passed away from natural causes on November 5, 2020, at the age of 93, marking the end of a long and exceptionally distinguished career in British entertainment. Known for his iconic deadpan expressions, Palmer's extensive work in British television, including memorable roles in As Time Goes By, solidified his legacy as one of the country's most cherished comedic actors. Mr. Johnson, the slick and rebellious guest who dared to sneak a woman into his room in the psychiatrist episode, was portrayed by the late Nikki Henson, who was 34 years old when he took on this role in 1979. Mr. Johnson was charming, confident, and a constant thorn in Basil's side, expertly trying to outwit the hotel's strict rules with his flirtatious nature and quick comebacks. Nikki Henson passed away from cancer on December 15, 2019, at the age of 74, a sad loss for British stage and screen, where he had built a rich and varied legacy throughout his long career. Henson's memorable one-episode performance contributed significantly to the show's comedic brilliance, showcasing his versatility as a well-known actor across various British productions. Mr. Harry Hamilton, the loud and demanding American guest in the chaotic Waldorf Salad episode, was brilliantly portrayed by the late Bruce Boa, who was 49 years old when he took on this role in 1979. Mr. Hamilton's frustration with the hotel's inability to provide American-style service, especially his namesake salad, led to one of the show's most iconic and hilarious confrontations. Bruce Boa passed away from natural causes on April 17, 2004, at the age of 73, a quiet departure for an actor remembered for his commanding presence and memorable roles in both British comedies and Hollywood films. Boa's booming voice and unforgettable portrayal cemented his character as a standout in British comedy, perfectly capturing the culture clash that fueled much of the show's humor. And that wraps up our incredible journey back to the chaotic corridors of Fawlty Towers. What an unforgettable look at the stars who brought this timeless British comedy to life. Now it's your turn. Which Fawlty Towers character made you laugh the hardest? Did any of the cast transformations surprise you the most? Share your thoughts and favorite moments in the comments below. If you enjoyed this hilarious trip down memory lane, please hit that like button, share this video with fellow comedy enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.